When you follow Jesus through the Gospels, you'll discover that he never invites anyone to participate in spirituality. He never, ever once encourages anybody to be spiritual or to be more spiritual. In fact, he never even uses that term. He never uses the term spiritual or the term spirituality, which is shocking. It's like, well, wait a minute. Jesus is a religious figure. Certainly he talked about spirituality. He doesn't. He talks about the Holy Spirit, that's a specific entity. He talked about evil spirits, which are specific entities. He says that God is spirit, but that's a specific entity. But he doesn't talk about general spirituality or invite people into some sort of realm of spirituality. He actually invites and points his followers in a different direction, a better direction, as we're gonna discover, a better for you direction and a better for the people around you direction. He didn't point his followers towards spirituality. He insisted on, and you may hate this, he insisted on maturity. And his version of maturity actually stands in stark contrast to all about me spirituality. It also stands in stark contrast to all about me Christianity, because the ultimate expression of maturity, even the maturity that Jesus points us to, the ultimate expression of maturity is, as you know, even though you may not have had these words, the ultimate expression of maturity is saying no to me for the sake of we. Now, we all experience this in middle school and high school personally. And where we struggled with this in high school was our parents would say things like, the only person you ever think about is yourself. And we would think, who else am I supposed to think about? I mean, you're my mom. You're just my dad. You're just my uncle. He's my gnat little brother I just want to swat at. I mean, what do you mean the only person I think about is me? What else is there to think about? I mean, and then we grew up and realized, oh, I'm like in a community and things are going to go better, right? Because that's growing up. That is maturity. That is less me and more we. Less like me, more like Jesus. And along the way, we're all going to be reminded that in our own strength, we can't. That's why it's fruit of the Spirit. This is why there's an outside agency producing this through you. And when you bump up against your inability and when we bump up against our insufficiency, that's our cue to hit pause and say, I can't, I need you. Before I walk through that door, you gotta do something in me. Before I hit send, you gotta do something in me. Before I respond, before I bail out, before I turn it on, before I turn it off, Holy Spirit, I need you to do through me what I cannot do on my own. And then the world changes. It's why we're here. You know this, our nation right now is focused on who our world needs now. Let's be what our world needs now. Last thing, I'm done. If you're not a Christian, perhaps you have encountered too many spiritual people who reminded you of how wrong you are, but they did not remind you of Jesus. And if that's your experience with us, I'm sorry. And I have been guilty of that. And you need to know that you are not wrong to expect better of us. And I just hope that you will look past some of us to the one in whose image we seek to be conformed, because he is worth your attention. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you check out the links on your screen for what to watch next, and check out the description below, where we are going to provide you with free resources designed to help you make better decisions and live with fewer regrets. And again, thanks for watching.